And in the 6th month, the angel Gabriel was sent from God unto a city of Galilee named Nazareth, to a virgin, espoused to a man whose name was Joseph, of the house of David. And the virgin's name was Mary. And the angel came in unto her and said, Hail, thou that art highly favored, the Lord is with thee. Blessed art thou among women. And when she saw him, she was troubled at his saying, and cast in her mind what manner of salutation this should be. And the angel said unto her, Fear not, Mary, for thou hast found favor with God. And behold, thou shalt conceive in thy womb, and bring forth a son, and shalt call his name Yehoshua. He shall be great, and he shall be called the Son of the Highest. And the Lord God shall give unto him the throne of his father David, and he shall reign over the house of Jacob forever, and of his kingdom there shall be no end. Luke 1:26-33. On August 27th, a man opened fire on innocent children through the stained glass window of Annunciation Catholic Church in Minneapolis, Minnesota, while the kids were praying. This horrific act resulted in the deaths of 2 children and left 17 others injured.
The shooter, armed with a rifle, shotgun, and pistol, fired through the stained glass windows of Annunciation Catholic Church during an early morning worship service, marking the start of a new year at the adjoining school. The shooter died by suicide in the parking lot and is identified as 23-year-old Robin Westman, formerly Robert Westman, who legally changed his name in 2020 to be identified as female. The suspect reportedly attended the school, and his mother worked at the church.
The sheer cruelty and cowardice of firing into a church full of children is absolutely incomprehensible.
The FBI is investigating the shooting as an act of domestic terrorism and a hate crime targeting Catholics. Social media posts authorities believe made by the shooter also reveal a hatred of Jews and President Trump.
These kids were literally praying. They should be able to go to school or church in peace without the fear or risk of violence.
When we take a deeper look at the underlying symbolism present in this event, it becomes obvious that this was another satanic ritual meant to exalt the devil and to announce the manifestation of his Antichrist. So without further ado, let's get into it. The date this mass shooting event occurred, August 27th, or 827, hides a secret. Strong's Concordance lists G827 as Augay, which means the brightness and radiance of daylight as the dawn or break of day. This is a reference to the rising sun or sunrise, which points to Obama, whose logo is the rising sun. News sources have widely reported that the shooting at Annunciation Catholic Church was the 44th school shooting of the year.
This is, as I said, the 44th school shooting. This one coming just a few days after the school year started.
The number 44 also points us to Barack Obama. It's no surprise then that at 4:04 p.m., Donald Trump posted a message which read, "Join me in praying for the victims." Trump condemned the killings as a senseless act of violence and decreed that all U.S. flags on government buildings at home and abroad will be lowered until sunset on August 31st.
In Minneapolis, Trump signed the proclamation on Wednesday, hours after 2 children were killed, 17 others injured after a gunman opened fire during Mass at a Catholic church. His order directs all American flags at the White House, military posts, naval stations, and all other federal territories across the U.S. and abroad to be flown at half-staff until sunset on Sunday.
The date, August 31st, can be expressed as August 3 + 1, which equals 4, as a symbolic representation of August 4th, Obama's birthday. Obama's connection to the sun, and thus the sun god Ra, or Horus, allows the mention of the sunset in this context to be a symbolic representation of death, and since his logo is that of the rising sun, this symbolizes resurrection, the resurrection of the false Messiah, the counterfeit son of a false god. Further, the number 44 connects this mass shooting to the mass shooting that occurred in New York on July 28th at the 44-story Blackstone building. The mention of the Black Stone also points to Islam and the Black Stone which fell from heaven and is connected to the fall of man found inside of the Black Cube or Kaaba. These orchestrated satanic ritual killings are further connected in that the shooter at the Blackstone building, Shane Tamura, was taken to the hospital on a mental health hold on August 10th, 2024, or 8/10.
Ready?
And in the Annunciation shooting, the ages of the two children that were killed were 8 and 10. When discussing the previous shooting at the Blackstone building, I told you that Strong's H810 is Ishek, which means testicle or stone, and this was meant to point to the Blackstone building where the shooting actually took place. The shooter at the Annunciation Church who killed the 8-year-old and 10-year-old was identified as 23-year-old Robert or Robin Westman, a transgender male who identifies as a female. We can be sure then that it was no mistake that Robert also made a video the day before the shooting in which he stated, "This message is brought to you by BlackRock."
This message brought to you by BlackRock.
In case you've forgotten, BlackRock was founded by and born from the company Blackstone, creating a connection between these two entities. The connection between BlackRock and Blackstone serves as a backdrop to these recent incidents involving gun violence, particularly the orchestrated attempted assassination of Donald Trump in Butler, Pennsylvania by Thomas Matthew Crooks. Remember, the would-be assassin Crooks was featured in a commercial for BlackRock